What is hepatitis A? My name is Theone and the disease that I chose was hepatitis A for our microorganisms from Christian worldview presentation. I also chose the Bible verse 1 Corinthians 6:19-20, which is, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own, you are bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies." First, we're going to be talking about the signs and symptoms of Hep A. They usually unfold within a few weeks after being exposed, and those symptoms can include fatigue, diarrhea and vomit, nausea, pain in the upper right side of the abdominal, gray stool, a decrease in hunger, a small fever, urine appears darker, pain in joints, skin becomes yellow, and an increase in itching occurs. Causative agent. So what causes hepatitis A or inflammation of the liver? What causes hepatitis A is the hepatitis A virus or HAV. The structure of hepatitis A virus, as we can see on the right bottom side, here is a photo of the hepatitis A virus. It's an icosahedral non-envelope virus. It has a single-stranded positive RNA virus, and it has stable capsid proteins. Pathogenesis of hepatitis A. How is it spread? If an individual is in contact with someone who does have it, they are at risk. It can be spread through digestion of food and water that contains the virus. So that means if a person with the hepatitis A virus uses the restroom and does not properly wash their hands and handles food after and gives the food to a person who does not have the virus, that person is now at risk of receiving the virus. It can also be spread through oral/anal sex. What is exactly going on inside one's body when infected, and how does our immune system respond to it? HAV HAV attacks our liver cells. So our immune system sends CD8 T and natural killer cells. They also send interferon gamma. But if our immune system attacks too much, though, it could lead to our liver becoming too inflamed, which is very bad. The epidemiology. It can be spread through fecal/oral route and can be found on our hands for hours, food for days, and feces for months. There are 159 million cases that have led to 39,000 deaths due to outbreaks in communities due to food and water contamination, and can even come from hospitals. So that means nurses aren't properly washing their hands, or patients are affecting other patients. There are vaccinations for hepatitis A, and they have helped with the decline in individuals getting hepatitis A. Next, we have treatment and prevention. So there is actually no treatment against hepatitis A. So to avoid it, we have to take cautionary measures so that we and other individuals cannot be affected by it. And that means getting our vaccination against hepatitis A and practicing good hygiene, which means washing your hands after you use the restroom and just washing your hands whenever you handle food. Um, Now we relate it back to Christian worldview. And as I said before, I chose the Bible verse 1 Corinthians 6:19-20, which is again, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you received from God? You are not your own, you are bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies." So what exactly does that Bible verse mean? The purpose of that Bible verse is to remind us that our bodies were made in the image of God, and so it is our job to protect our bodies, essentially. God made us in his own image and likeness and wants us to take care of what he made. And it's our job to do that. Um, and we can protect our bodies from those viruses and disease by making sure we practice good hygiene, getting our vaccinations, and protecting ourselves from spreading the virus to others so that we may not harm other individuals whose bodies were created by God. That is my presentation of hepatitis A, and these are my references. Thank you.